So we'll start really gently, and the song today, we can actually go at a really slow pace and enjoy the beauty of that very interesting weavy melody. First thing I'll do is play you a little bit of the tune. There are several different recordings, and I would like to set our mind in the right space by doing this, and we will just listen to a little bit of it. They're all different. You may have noticed they're all slightly different, these options, these versions. So that was a choral version, a multiple voices option, and you notice that the tune wasn't exactly what we have, and we will learn our tune, our version of the tune, and compare to all these different versions and see how it's built. I see a question here. Hello everyone. Yes. Yeah, sure, Leslie. Stay. Mini Russian. Yeah. Okay, let's look at our tune. The tune we are going to sing today is from a collection of Russian songs by Trutovsky, made in 1880 or something like this. It's not this one, it's that one. So I suggest we slowly sing through all these melismas, through all these little notes here and there, just to bring everything together. It's a Protyazhnaya Russian song. A Protyazhnaya, it's kind of a stretched out Russian song. It's a specific genre where we have very little text per line and a lot of melody that weaves its shape for a long time. It's endless. There's nowhere for you to take a breath, and these songs would have been sung for a very long time. So we will not sing it for a very long time, but let's see how we can do it line by line. Okay, I'll sing it la la la, just the first line. That's where it actually stops, and we will hear that in some interpretations that note is stretched and held for a long time. That's where the first sentence of the whole song finishes. Together from beginning. How is that? So it weaves and weaves, and then we have the next bit. And even though it doesn't even stop here, I will stop and I will sing it again, so you have a little red tick here on the second line. That's the second sentence starting here, where you see lots of 16th notes. What are they? Quavers, aren't they? Vybuyные, right? It's here. That's where we are. Together, and carry on. Endless melody. Now, I must admit, I cannot reproduce it by heart. No way. I have to look at the music. We'll do it one more time from the very beginning. Now, in these songs, the general shape of the melody in Protyazhnaya and lyrical Protyazhnaya songs and in Russian songs of that genre, usually the melody would be carried through all the verses, but with slight variations. So there would be core notes, kind of main notes like here and there, and the melisma in the middle could be slightly different, or could be swallowed, like a little bit of an extension could be swallowed, so you go from one core note, main note, to another main note without doing the melismas, or shortening the phrase, or slightly stretching the phrase. So when that verse, when that melody was sung for 14, 15, 17, 21 times, you know, to tell the whole history of this, of some event, these variations would happen. So if we sing it not exactly as in the music, that's okay, that's quite traditional. Let's go. I think I messed it up, the last bit. Right, I hope you're singing it correctly in your homes there, okay? I'm going to do it one more time from the beginning. Whilst our memories, our short memory is still on the tune, I'm going to put the syllables to the melody without translating it, without pronouncing it to you properly. And I know that Leslie has to run, so I want her to hear it and to try it. And then we will look at text and pronounce it, okay? So you can see how one word, one syllable is stretched for several notes, okay? Let's go. Не бушуйте вы, ветры буйные, Quite twisted, isn't it? What do you think? Let me see what you're saying. Yeah, Basso Profundo. For part version. Whoa. Right. Yeah. Okay. Now, do you want to try it a bit lower? Is that too high?
Polina, that it's a difficult melody, but at least it's in regular time. I was thinking if it were rubato, forget about it, because there's so much waiting between each note.
Exactly. And you know what? It is rubato traditionally. And when you have distinct lengths of notes, it's only for our notation, it's only limited, to help us read it. But actually, of course, the shorter notes, the 16th, yeah, and the 8th weren't exactly 16th and 8th, right? They were Some of them went faster, some of them went slower, and it's not exactly, you know,
Why don't you add
mathematically.
microtones to this so we'll have an approximation
Exactly.
of pitch as well as tempo?
Exactly, exactly. And I actually was listening through some Protyazhnaya, some stretched Russian songs today, and I came across amazing tuning, just amazing tuning with the high fourth, interesting tuning that we don't have anymore. Now, let's look at our text. We have sung something close to this one in our sessions before, and some of my Russian choir people may know a song. May know this one. Не одна, ой, то ли да, не одна. Ой, во поле дорожка, в проле полегала, в поле пролегала, which has, I just fast forwarded it, but it has the same features, lots of decoration, lots of this big range as well, and one syllable, one word really stretched for a long time. Imagine these songs being sung in circumstances where people had they didn't rush to go anywhere. So it's either a long evening when you cannot work anymore because there's no proper light, so you have a little lucina, a little splinter, or a candle, and you could be like sewing, which is what women would do, or weaving, or doing something small, less physically demanding, and singing through the whole evening. Or some of these songs were working songs, like a Protyazhnaya song sung in the fields, where people would work for hours and hours, and they would entertain themselves by singing. So it wasn't about a performance, it wasn't about a musical shape, it was about just spending time with some kind of meditative singing, meditation through singing. And this particular song, let me look at you actually. This particular song is also a sailor's, a seaman's song. And imagine these, it's a male song, yeah? Imagine man being on a boat for a really long time. What do? They sing. So here we go. Now, let's look at text. I already mentioned to you that this particular version is a historic event. It's about historic events between Russia and Turkey. Russia was invading Turkey, and this is where they got Crimea, actually, in that war. And Catherine the Great made her good name on this. Good name for Russia, of course. Lots of things, kind of, Russia won in that war, got some extra territories. And this is a story of it, and it's not the full story. There is a fuller story if you type it in, and you'll find fuller Russian. It's another kind of, at least another that much of the text, yeah. So it's about these winds and blowing all sorts of angry winds and all sorts of nature things, and there is a fleet going to that other place. From Neva, from the Russian river, going far away, and we're assuming to Turkey. And later on in the song it says, do not, there is a new rule, new law coming from our queen, do not try to fight because we are strong like iron, and Russia is strong and we will win anyway. So that kind of attitude in this kind of song. So, не бушуйте вы. Just that. Let's go together. Не бушуйте вы. Do not, не is no, don't. Бушуйте, бушевать is a verb meaning something goes really strong. It says don't blow violent winds. It's not correct exactly. It's do not rage. Бушевать is to have really strong winds, really strong that. Do you have a word for this? Doing this. A person can бушевать, or a sea can бушевать, or winds can бушевать. Going strong, yeah, all over the place. Вы is you. And then we have Ветры буйные. I will say it again from this word вы. No, from ветры. Second measure, second bar. Together. Ветры буйные. Ветры is plural for winds. Singular is ветер. Ветры with an ending of the most complex Russian vowel, your face is really stretched and the sides of your jaw kind of hang down. Ветры буйные, strong, powerful. Yeah, so don't go too strong, you powerful winds. Let's try and sing this whole phrase together. Yeah? Let's go. Okay, буйные. Now we have similar words carrying on here. Вы буйные. Yeah, so you know that already. And then you see what happens next. Ветры. So we have the same words here. Вы is you, plural. Буйные is strong. And ветры is winds. So it's the same words. Let's try and stretch these syllables. Yeah, together from the little red breath mark here. Вы, yeah, let's go. Вы буйные ветры. Okay, and the next bit is осенние. See the last bit here? That's one word. Осенние. You autumn ones. Осенние means autumn, like autumn ones, okay? So, so see how it stretches? A long time. Let's go and try and sing it. Осе, okay? Осенние. That's how it goes. Let's try again. Осенние. Trickier. So I decided to bring this song for you advanced singers, thinking, let's do something challenging. Can we bring it all together? Now, in this kind of song, people will be taking a breath all over the place, and sometimes we even have this осенние. So we would start a word, throw it, break it in the middle, and then start it again, because that's the nature of that kind of song. Okay, let's bring it together. Yep, okay. So, yeah, let's go. 1, 2, 3, together. Небо шуйте. Oi. I was thinking about going lower in tone, and I messed it up. Because I think for some of you C is, let me just look at you. If we go a semitone down, would it be okay? A tone down even? I know, Jackie, for you it would be better. No? Diana, no? No. Yes, no? Ugh. I'll go a semitone lower, okay? I'll go a semitone. That's a compromise. That's how we do it. Compromise. Yeah. See how I can transpose it. 1, 2, and Небо шуйте вы ветры, think I did it. How about you? Yeah, good. Now, we do have a few more lines right here. Actually, just one more line. I decided not to torture you with this whole text. And imagine that's not all of it. So let's do this one more time for kind of getting into it, making it easy and enjoyable, hopefully, and then we will sing the second verse as well. So, all right, 1 and 2. Nie buszujcie wy wietry bujne, wy bujne wietry All right. Okay, really stretched, right? Protyazhnaya comes from the name of that genre of the song. That genre comes from тянуть, which is ziehen in Yiddish. Ziehen, to stretch, to pull. It's a kind of a pulled, a stretch song. Like a chewing gum. It's stretch and stretch and stretch. One syllable, one melody line. So let's look at the second one. Успокойся ты. And again. Успокойся ты. So for those of you who are new, the little apostrophe above the s here, right? The s indicates that it's a soft consonant. So it's rather than s, it's s. Yeah. So your lips are lifted. S, s. Yeah. We have the next word море. Yeah. Море. If you can roll your r. It's not a r, it's a r, more, not more, more. So you can try that for pronunciation. So let's go успокойся, the beginning of that second verse one more time. Успокойся ты. Okay? Успокойся comes from спокойный, which is calm. Успокойся means calm down, become calm. It's imperative. Become calmer. Get calm. Ты is you. Singular. We have вы and we have ты, which is you, but singular is ты. The next bit, second measure, second bar. Море синее. I'll do it one more time. Море синее. Море is sea, синее is blue. So calm down, you blue sea. Get calm, you blue sea. I suggest we just sing that. Let's go. Успокойся ты, море синее. Okay, the next bit. Не волнуй море. Okay, I'll do it again. Не волнуй море. And the re is stretched and stretched and stretched. And let's just sing that. Не волнуй together and не волнуй море. And then we have Средиземное. So Средиземное. Sredizemnaye. That last word that is really stretched. Sredizemnaye. So the Z is also soft. Zem, which means Mediterranean. But Sredizemnaye are the two roots within that one word. It means like Mediterranean, right? Mediterra, middle ground, right? Sredi, middle. Земная, lands, in the middle of lands, between the lands, right? So it's a word constructed of two different roots. Sredizemnaye. So Russians call the Mediterranean Sea Sredizemное море, Mediterranean Sea, okay? So I suggest we bring together this whole second verse. Let me just have a think. We're finishing at, oh, how much more time do we have? I can't think. Oh, do we have half an hour? When do we finish? I'm sorry.
17 minutes, I think.
Right, 17 minutes.
We have, okay, we have some, perfect, excellent. So we finished at 1:30, right? We finished at 1:30. Great. Yeah? Let's go. Sorry, it's успокойся. Успокойся, second. You can tell I'm not used to these sessions anymore. Second verse, let's go. Успокойся ты, море, среди trickier. I'm finding this tricky because we are analyzing it. And when folk singers were singing it, they weren't analyzing, they were putting syllables where they wanted, stretching the length of each note as they wanted. Now I'm going to give us a little breather and we will listen to a version that we know and that I posted on the Facebook, on my website. Valery Zolotukhin was a fantastic Russian actor. His singing is not necessarily pitch perfect, but his character is amazing. I'm going to play you a second verse, and he is the only one who actually sings it the absolute closest to the tune we know. And I think it's interesting to hear how he plays with it and what he makes of it. Within, I think, 4 verses that he sings, maybe even 3, he sings not the full song. So let's hear that and see if it compares, how it compares to how we hear it. All right, that's it.
Ты постой, постой, лето теплое, не теки постой, солнце красное. Я не сам велю вам указ велит, со страны пришел указ. Страны северной.
Right? Strong. Okaz, okaz. So there is from the northern country came a special law. And he is carrying that message, really strong. Okay, now there is a version of this song sung in parts, in several parts, and the Protyazhnaya songs, the pulled, the stretched Russian songs, have been sung both by groups and soloists, both by women and men. But when we hear it sung by folk people, as a group, we usually have one soloist starting the verse and then everyone else joining. So we would have a soloist starting the line and then everyone else, as if they remember the no, suddenly what the verse, how it goes, and they join. It developed in many different ways because of the working situation, the situation in which this genre was developed. So again, work. So you'll hear one person shouting into the field and everyone else joins, right? Or you are pulling a ship, the boatman, and somebody starts and then they all go together in one pace. Or we will have people, workers, women sewing together, and one person starts. So it's quite characterful like that. And there is sheet music that we can just quickly look at. That, oh no, it's not here. Yeah, it's here. That is something in 4 different parts. And if you have a group with which you can sing in parts, that would sound beautiful here. That is a copy from a book from 1770 to 1778, and I was surprised to actually, I had to look into this. The original text was published in that book and then republished in 1913, and the original book was 1770, and I thought, how is it possible that the war between Russia and Turkey was 1974 to 78 or something like this, and this book was published in 1770. So that was like 4 years later the war started, only 4 years later than the book was published. But apparently the second volume of the book was published in 1778, which makes it quite understandable. And also, I also mentioned to you on my website that this song was known and is also published in that very book as a lyrical song with a lyrical text about a woman, a young woman. I think she is away from her beloved, or there's a couple that are torn apart, and there's all that pain and suffering, love suffering, which was, I think, I'm assuming from that it was the original song, the first song, and then it became a historic song. So here we go. How do you feel about singing it as if we know a lyrical song all the way through? We will hum it at one time, and then we will sing it with text. Just experiencing the stretching of the phrases, the long-lasting. Imagine we are singing it for, I don't know, 20 minutes. The whole song would take at least that much with all these verses, but we will do 4 or 5, huh? Okay? So lots of singing. If you can keep your phrasing for longer than half a phrase, then please do this. We will start here, and I'll try to remember to go up a semitone in the middle of the song. First verse. Okay, so I want to know how you feel about a song like this, which is to me impossible to memorize, really, unless I would have sung it 30 times. What do you think? Interesting, huh? How did you cope? Well, when you're here, I played you some of the choir. Have I? Did I play you the choir performance? I'll play you just two seconds of this other guy who sings a slightly different version. Where do you breathe? You don't, yeah? Okay. Just to give you a feel how it can be so lovely. I guess that's the one. Let's see. I guess that's the one. So you see its variation. Did you notice that it was different from the main melody, but the geography of the tune going up, going to the main note, ta, 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 da, da, yeah? He did the same, he did a stop there, and then ta, ti, da, 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 da. The main element at the end is also in our hearing, and it's there. So even though we have variations, we have core notes and core kind of geometry of the song, which is there. It's recognizable, it's not exactly the same. He also breaks syllables, he puts syllables in different places. And, you know, that's a Russian Protyazhnaya song for you. So that was a little bit of a challenge, and I hope you were brave, right? And we're going to hum it together one more time. And let's just enjoy the sense of this melody pouring through us across the world. We're singing together and we are enjoying just the humming, okay? And we will finish on that. There we go. An interesting and challenging song for us today. Lovely to see you again, and I hope to see you, some of you in person this week in Britain, and some of you on the screen again. Okay, good. Stay in touch, keep connected, keep singing.